ella es el portavoz hispano de la campaña.
Oh, ya.
Ella está casada, una de las cosas más interesantes, con un hijo del ex alcalde de Miami, Maurice Ferrer, que es demócrata. Y ese fue el puente, porque ella pudiera haber sido la candidata cuando la muchacha esta Carol fue escogida para vicegobernadora con Rick Scott. La principal que se estaba considerando era Helen Alice. Lo que pasa es que, como dice en inglés, she turned it down.
Movemos para allá.
Sí, usted le dice lo que usted
Para
quiera
aquí.
hacer. Y usted,
Sí. Entonces, ¿me puede empezar dándome su título y nombre y el
Correcto.
nombre del edificio?
Obviamente en inglés, ¿verdad?
Puede ser en inglés o en español.
Sí, no, porque yo me siento más confortable en inglés.
Ah,
A ver si
okay, we can do it in English then.
Sí, perfecto.
Okay.
So, my name is George Fernandez, and I have been serving as president of Imperial Tower Condominium here in Hollandale Beach, Florida, since January of 2016. And this is my second time around as president. I was also president in 2009.
Okay, wonderful. So the idea of the demo is to show you what I want to build, a tool that I want to put together to help condo associations and homeowners associations. Sure. For basically what my dad does for you, but to help people like him, or for less complex projects, directly a management company or the condo association, right? Where an engineer is not necessary, it can be done by a condo association. Where an engineer is necessary, then this can be used by the engineer, right, for more complicated projects. So the tool is an online tool. I'm calling Resolve Bid right now, and the idea is for somebody when they're looking for any kind of help for a project, they can come to the site, and this is a mock-up. This isn't this isn't really functional, but it shows what when I build it, what it's going to look like. Right. So basically, you would come in, you would sort of give your zip code, for example, and then you would say what kind of contractor are you looking for, and this would have a long more categories, but this is just an example, right? A general contractor, air conditioning contractor, roofer, exactly. So in this case, let's just say you're looking for a general contractor. You hit search. The tool will have a database of contractors and engineers that are all certified, licensed engineers in the state of Florida, that is being pulled from the Department of Professional Business Regulation, and it's being cross-referenced with the Better Business Bureau, and you'll be able to see reviews and history of their work and those kind of things. So obviously, the more the tool is used, the more useful it's going to be. So you see the results, then you go and you prepare an RFP, right, a request for proposal. Here is where you can say, okay, I want to send this to perhaps 2 of these contractors, or I want to send it to all of them, right? You would put the date that you want to complete the project. It's just an example. Now, here's where you would select the type of template that you would use. So because we chose structural engineer, you get to see the types of work that a structural engineer would do, and this could have a lot more than this. These are just examples, right? Mm-hmm. So, for example, are you gonna do you need structural repair help, column repair? In this case, I put the example as like stucco repair, right? Mm-hmm. So you need someone to help with a stucco repair that you want to do. You hit next. Now, this section here is specific for that type of work, so there would be templates. The more complex the project, the more sophisticated the template is going to be. So as an example, for stucco repair work, you would give this is probably something that everybody would need, but you could say the number of stories of the building, the total number of condo units, the type of structure of the building, the estimated amount of damage in square footage, that needs to be that you want a stucco repair for. You will be able to upload engineering specification documents if you have those already. In the case of a project like this, perhaps there is an engineer that has put together.
Right, engineer record.
Yeah. Photos, you'd be able to upload photos. So the idea here is that you have almost everything that any person that wants to bid on the project can say, okay, yeah, this is enough for me, not just to do an estimate, but to do an actual legitimate,
legitimate,
bid.
right.
Yeah. So you would put that information here, and then there would be other sections. This section, for example, is screening questions. So chances are you're going to interview the person, but why not also already say, if you're responding, please go ahead and answer these questions. How many projects of this type have you done? Name technical associations to which the firm belongs to. How many employees do you have? The amount of insurance you carry. Are you going through any litigation? So these are kind of standard questions that you would probably ask in an interview. So the tool will ask whoever is bidding, go ahead and answer these questions. There's a requirement that you answer these questions. And that way, when you bring the person in for an interview, you already have your, it's easier to go through the interview because you already have some of this stuff pre-answered, right? And you can add ask more detailed questions. So yeah, that's actually all I have as far as the demo is concerned. So I obviously, the idea is to show you the tool and then to just get your feedback if you think that this is something that's useful or not, or you think it's going in the right direction or not based on your experience.
I think it's very good, and I wish we would have had this even before we went ahead and we started to bid with the different construction companies, and even to the point where we hired the engineer. So that's a very useful tool, especially if you're talking to someone who is self-managed rather than a management company. A management company, I think, would have a little bit more ideas, although sometimes you probably assume too much, but especially someone who's a smaller association or someone who doesn't have a management company, and it's the board itself who's making the decisions with an office managers, with the workers that they have on the premises, and hopefully, the accountant, lawyer, and the whole group, the team, the insurance carrier, which is very important as well. I think that this would be very helpful, sure.
Yeah. Do you know of any tool like this already out there?
As far as I know, no. Obviously, I didn't check. What we did was we went out and we bought 2 companies that had done prior work in our premises, and then Cáceres Construction, which was working in the building across. And those were the 3 bids that we basically had to start out with. And while Cáceres was probably not the least expensive, they were on the lower end, and we had witnessed what they had done across the street. Not across the street, across from us. So we went ahead and we said, this is what we need, and this is what we would like to have. So therefore, we moved on with them. We analyzed the other proposals. One of them was more on the high end, but it doesn't necessarily mean that disqualified them. But we figure we had a pretty good sample size with what we had across, and the fact that the other company had done work here 10 years earlier, and we already were back having issues. So we kind of said, the difference between company A, which is the one that was working across, and company B, which is the one that worked here 10 years ago, was very small. And we said, why don't we try the other one? And that's what we did. And that's how we did the selection process.
Oh, okay. Let me, before I ask you a couple more questions, let me just double